Hello, everyone. My name is Holly, and during this class, we will be talking about three things. We will look over idioms that have to do with the number three, and we will also talk about what you did 3 hours ago, 3 days ago, and so forth. And then we will talk about, can you name three of this or three of that? So, hello, Arlene, and hello, nice to see you again.
Thank you.
And hello, Sabrina.
Hello, Holly. How are you?
Good. How are you doing today? So
Fine.
good. Were you in my class last night where it was about two? The number two?
About?
Did you have the
Yeah.
one? Yeah. Now it's almost the same type of class, only it's three this time. So
Okay. Nice.
yeah. Um. So hello, Jonathan. And nice to see you again. So
Hello,
it just
Holly.
started rain.
Again,
It
hello.
just started. It just started raining over here. Is it raining? Is it raining in your guys' countries at all? What's the weather like?
Here is a little cold, but it's not raining.
Okay.
It is just fine.
Uh-huh. All right, excellent. Anna Carolina, how about in Brazil? You're part of Brazil, at least.
Yes. What did you ask me?
Yeah, what is the weather like?
It's cloudy today.
Mm-hmm.
It
Okay.
was raining.
So it was okay. Same as here. During the last class, I just started hearing it pound on the windows. and Sabrina, you are from Brazil?
Yes, but here it's
Okay.
raining.
Is it raining? Okay. All right.
Yes.
And Mauricio, all right. Mauricio, how about in your part of Brazil? What's the weather like right now?
Oh, right now is very hot, and
Oh, okay.
the humidity is higher. It's high too. It's around maybe I don't
Okay.
know, but maybe 80%, and the temperature is average 28 or 30 degrees Celsius.
Okay. All right. And hello, Mohamed. How are you
I'm
today?
fine, thanks. And how are you?
Very good. What time is it in Egypt right now?
It is 1 a.m.
1 a.m. I was thinking it was quite late, but I wasn't sure just how late. So, and what was the weather like today?
Look, we are in the start of the autumn, so there's a lot
Uh-huh.
of wind and dust, and it's very hot.
Uh, you're in the start of autumn?
Yes, start of autumn here.
Okay. Okay.
No, not autumn,
You have
sorry. Spring.
time.
Start of spring, sorry. I'm sorry.
Start of spring. Okay. So I didn't think you were that far south, but there are people in this class that it is the start of autumn. So, yeah. Okay. Okay. So a lot of dust and so forth. Okay. Thank you. And is it Giancarlo or Giancarlo? Hello, Giancarlo. Somebody got a text message. Okay. Alexander, what time is it right now in Russia?
It's 1 p.m. I'm sorry,
1 p.m.
a.m.
Okay, 1 a.m. Okay. Okay, so the same time zone as Egypt. And what's the
Right.
weather like? What was the weather like in Russia
Um,
today?
it's actually very strange because now it's considered to be the spring. No, autumn. I'm sorry.
Spring.
Spring, yes, spring.
Yeah.
But the weather is like in the winter. You know, it's snowing and the temperature is
Mhm.
about. I'm sorry, it's around maybe minus 5 degree, and it's a
Mhm.
little bit cold. But I think tomorrow we'll get you know more
Warmer.
we'll get wild weather.
Okay. Warmer
Mild,
weather.
mild.
Mild, okay. Yeah, it's interesting because I thought when I was living in Finland, which is of course not far a neighbor of your country, um, I thought it was really funny when March 21st came, everybody would say, "Okay, spring is here," and I would look outside and there would be all this snow, and I'm like,
Yeah.
"How can it be spring with snow?" You
Yeah,
know,
this is
and
the
the
same
Finns.
situation like now.
Yeah, and during the Easter holiday, which is this weekend, the Finns always grow grass on a plate. So it's one of their traditions that they grow grass because Easter is a part of spring, and but I always laughed about that spring is not normal in that part of the world. So, um, Alejandro, what time is it right now in Argentina?
Here is 7 o'clock in the evening.
Okay, and what has the weather been like today?
I think it's very nice.
Mm.
20 or more degrees
Oh, that's nice.
Celsius.
Uh-huh.
Um, and it is autumn here.
It's autumn. Okay, yes. Autumn yeah, it's autumn because you're down in the southern part. So,
Yeah.
yeah. All right. And is it Giancarlo? Is that how I pronounce your name? Or Giancarlo? Okay. You're muted, so you might need to unmute. Okay. Well, anyway, this topic today is, can you discuss three? And basically, what happens with this topic is I found these discussion questions about, can you name three? And then I came up with this lesson where we will go over some idioms about the number three, and also see if we can name three things. It should be fun. I have one for 2, 3, and 4 for those of you who have been in some of the other lessons. So let's go ahead and get started. So first of all, we'll systematically go through each one of these questions, and then we will go through idioms, and then we will go through, can you name three? So this class is more or less a fluency class. It's a class just for you to practice speaking. So let's go ahead and start with Sabrina. What were you doing 3 hours ago?
I was reading books, novels.
Uh-huh.
I
Was it in Portuguese or was it in
English.
in English?
Yes, to practice.
Oh, it was in English. Okay.
Yes.
Okay. All right. Okay. And all right. And thank you. Alexander, what were you doing 3 hours ago?
3 hours ago, I was driving home from my friend. We had a great evening. We were eating at the restaurant, eating some foods, and also we were speaking about our problems, our some gossips and things like that.
Okay. Right. And welcome back. Welcome, Nadia. Are you able to speak yet? Okay, so we'll go to Mohamed. Mohamed, what were you doing 3 hours ago?
3 hours ago, I was working.
Okay, working. Okay.
Yes.
All right. And working on your job or household chores?
Sorry, working at.
Were you at work at your job, or doing work at home?
No, working job.
At your job. Okay. Awesome. All right. And Anna Carolina, what were you doing 3 hours ago?
I was having a snack.
Okay. Okay. I was having a snack. And what did you have?
Just munchies and junk food.
Uh-huh.
I ate chocolate and jelly belly
Uh-huh.
and a cup of soda. A glass of soda, sorry.
Okay. A glass of soda. All right. And Mauricio, how about you? What were you doing 3 hours ago?
I was having a nap after a good supper, and I
Uh-huh.
drank some wine.
Uh-huh. Okay. So instead of having a nap, you can say I was taking a nap.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. And Nadia, can you speak
Yes.
yet? Okay. So
Yes.
what were you doing 3 hours ago?
Oh, I was sleeping because it was 7 o'clock at morning. Yeah, I was sleeping.
That's what I thought you were going to say, just simply because you are the only one here that has morning hours. So, all right. Okay, and I was sleeping like Mauricio, not like Nadia. I was taking a nap after a nice Easter dinner. We had ham and potatoes, and I always get sleepy after eating potatoes. So, all right, and let's go to the next question. Alexander, what were you doing 3 days ago?
Or 3 days ago. It's a difficult one because I barely remember. So, but I need to take back to remember. The only thing that I remember, I was taking the class on the verbling, of course, and of course I went to the university to study, and actually it was pretty, how to say, pretty average day, and there was nothing special. There was just the same that that I got used to.
Yeah, and this was, now are we going to say 3 days ago was Friday, or was it Thursday? Friday, right?
It was Thursday.
Thursday, okay. All right, Thursday. All right, and Ana Carlino, so what were you doing 3 days ago?
3 days ago, let me see. I was in my home, and part of the day I was taking part in a demonstration downtown against the city hall for a race. And part of the day I was studying English, watching TV, and stuff like that.
Okay, all right, thank you. And so you're taking part in a demonstration, watching TV, and relaxing, and then taking verbling classes, right?
Right.
Okay. And Giancarlo, can you speak yet?
Hi, hello, good afternoon.
Yay! Yay! Welcome. Good afternoon. So where are you from, Giancarlo?
I am from Mexico, Mexico City.
Okay, awesome. And is it Giancarlo or Giancarlo?
Giancarlo.
Giancarlo. Okay, so Giancarlo, what were you doing 3 days ago? And so we decided 3 days ago was Thursday. So.
Yes, yes. 3 days ago, I was planning my day off because I took some resting days and I was planning them. I was very happy because I needed to rest. I've been working like a dog. I've been working too much, so I was planning my long weekend.
Oh, awesome. Okay, that's great. All right. And Mauricio, how about you? What were you doing 3 days ago?
3 days ago was Friday or Thursday?
Thursday is what we decided.
Thursday. Oh, I was preparing my luggage and to come back to Brazil.
Oh, where were you at?
I'm from Canada.
Oh, okay. Where in Canada were you?
No, now I'm Brazil.
I know, but where were you in Canada?
I was in Saskatchewan, Regina.
Okay. You've been in my classes before.
Yeah, yeah. I
Yes.
think maybe 3 or 4 times.
And every time we have the same discussion. So about your cats?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's right.
Okay. Yeah. And you and your wife went to Canada to study English.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, and now you're back in Brazil. Okay. Awesome. And there's somebody else in Saskatchewan also from Brazil who's up there with his wife and a couple of children, and I confused him with you. So I said, "Do you have some cats?" So.
Yeah, I have 3 cats, and I was broughting this cat to Canada.
You had brought the cats to Canada.
Yeah.
Okay. And are they back in Brazil with you?
Yeah.
And they're small enough you could take them in the cabin on the airplane, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
Uncomfortable.
Yeah. I had to put my dog under the airplane when I came to Finland. Came back from Finland because he's big enough, and it killed me, and so I will not travel with him again. So he's fine. He was sick a little bit more from the shock, but he was fine. So Mohamed, what were you doing 3 days ago?
3 days ago, 2 days was a weekend. I just doing nothing. And yesterday it was work. No, Friday, Thursdays was working day. Was work. Back to home. Continue working at home. And in the end, I go to visit one of my friend, and the other day we go to take lunch together outside.
Awesome. All right. Excellent. And Nadia, how about you? What were you doing 3 days ago? Nadia, can you speak? Okay, maybe she's having internet problems. So Sabrina, how about you? What were you doing 3 days ago?
I was working, and after this, I went to a shopping mall to see some clothes, some things, and I ate there.
Okay, and you ate there.
Yes.
Ate there. And did you buy anything when you went to the shop to see the clothes?
No, only the food.
Okay, only the food. Okay, yeah. My niece, we took her yesterday to Walmart to choose a dress, and the boys chose their suits in about 5 seconds. It took her 3 stores and about 30 minutes at each store to find a dress. She's only 6 years old. My sister and I hate to shop for clothes, so we have to find somebody that can take her shopping. So.
Did you find or not?
Yeah, we did. We were. Well, finally, what happened was my sister just picked up a dress and said, "You're taking this," and she was totally happy with it. She just couldn't make a decision. So, all right. 3 days ago on Thursday, I just looked at my calendar and I thought, oh wow, Thursdays are always one of my busiest days. And I worked about 11 hours that day, so it was a very busy day for me. So I taught 7 hours on verbling and then 4 hours with another project. So I was very busy. So, all right. So what were you doing 3 weeks ago? So let's start this time with Mauricio. Mauricio, what were you doing 3 weeks ago?
Oh, I was studying for a final exam and an English course.
And how did you do on this course?
Very hard, but I think I pass. I don't know yet because the marks will be able in April 10.
Okay.
All
right.
Yeah.
And so you'll find out later how you
Yeah.
did. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you, Alexandra. How about you? What were you doing three weeks ago?
Just a second, I need to look at the date. All right.
That's what I.
Yeah.
So what date are you choosing?
All right. I only remember that I was preparing to my exams at the university, and so I was cramming a lot. I was concerned about taking an exam on the next day, and that's why I spent all my days, just studying something.
Okay. Right. And Sabrina, what were you doing 3 weeks ago?
I went to the other city. The name is Guaratuba, and that is a big city. So I went to swimming in a beach and take some rest.
Okay, so you basically relaxed and rested. Okay, all right. And Anna Carolina, what did you do? What were you doing 3 weeks ago?
I was working a lot, having meetings, stuff like that. The same.
Yeah. Okay. And it sounds like you and I are very busy. So, Mohamed, how about you? What were you doing 3 weeks ago? Mohamed, can you speak?
Sorry,
Okay,
I
so
didn't
maybe
hear the question.
Oh, no worries. Okay. What were you doing 3 weeks ago?
3 weeks ago. Yes, 3 weeks ago, my father had a farmer, has a farm, sorry, has a farm. 3 weeks ago, I was in my father's farm spending some days. So,
Okay. So you're spending time with your family at your family farm. Awesome. Thank
yes.
you. And Giancarlo, how about you? What were you doing 3 weeks ago?
3 weeks ago, I was studying for an exam. Yeah.
What type of exam?
I am taking some certifications here in Mexico, and I was preparing my exam, and fortunately it was good, it was okay, I passed it, but I have some problems with the listening practice, the listening part. And it was hard because the listenings were a little bit complicated. They mentioned different concepts, and in the end they they mentioned another things. So we must be ready in these kind of exercises. For that reason, I'm here in Berlin, because I need to improve my listening practice, teacher.
Okay, awesome. All right. Well, I think that it will help you, especially since you have the chance to not only listen to the teacher, but listen to all of your colleagues. Okay, thank you, Mauricio, for letting me know. Nadia, what were you doing 3 weeks ago? And hopefully you can speak now.
Excuse me, is it for me?
Awesome. Yep.
Oh, sorry, because sometimes I don't hear. Yeah, dialogue. It's like some parts of dialogue is hide. I don't know. Yeah, maybe I have a problem with connection. So I was working because it was 3 weeks ago. It was Monday morning. Yeah, and I was working.
Okay, so you're working. Now remind me, you work for a newspaper, right? Or in journalism?
No. I work with like as project analyst.
Okay. For some reason, I thought you were in journalism, but that's obviously somebody else. So, okay, yeah. And I like for me, like Alexander, I looked at my calendar to see what I was doing 3 weeks ago, and it was a Sunday, and I worked on a project for about 3 or 4 hours, and then I taught at Verbling for 4 hours. So it was a busy day again for me. So. All right. What were you doing 3 months ago? Let's start with Sabrina this time. Sabrina, what were you doing 3 months ago?
I was studying through some kind of certificate, network computer, and I was very nervous because I need to do 3 tests, but I passed it, so that's okay now.
Okay. So you were studying, but you passed the test.
Yes.
That you were studying.
It's a Cisco certificate.
Okay. All right. Thank you. And Nadia, what were you doing 3 months ago?
3 months ago, I think I was working too, because it's Monday morning.
Okay.
Yeah, I was working.
Okay. All right, Mohamed, what were you doing 3 months ago?
3 months ago, I don't remember exactly. 3 months ago, yes, 3 months ago I was assigned to project in here in Egypt, and it was in 6th of October city. That's all. I don't remember exactly what was.
Okay, so you don't remember exactly what you were doing, but you were working on a project. Okay.
Yes.
All right, Mauricio is gone for a little bit. Giancarlo, what were you doing 3 months ago?
3 months ago, wow, what a difficult question because I don't remember. What was I doing 3 months ago? I was planning to enter here in Berlin. I was checking some other websites in order to practice my English, but I considered that Berlin was the best option, and I was planning it. I think so, teacher.
You were working out your strategy for studying English online.
Yes.
Correct?
Yes,
Yeah.
exactly. Correct.
Awesome. All right, and Alexander, what were you doing 3 months ago?
Oh, as I remember correctly, it was about Christmas time. So,
It was.
as it was Christmas time, I probably was hanging out with my friends and also with my girlfriend. Walking on the streets, watching TV. Just relaxing after their exams that I was taking before the Christmas. And what else? Oh, it was an interesting time because at that time I found their ads, the ad about Verbling, and I just went by their link to check it out, and I really was, and surprisingly, I was very inspired, and I thought that it's a great way to improve my speaking because I'm going to take an IELTS exam, the IELTS exam in a couple of months, and that's why I decided to start taking classes here.
Okay, excellent. Yeah, because I had to look at my calendar to see when 3 months ago was, and it was actually the first full week of January. So, and I was, of course, working and doing projects, so that's what I was doing. But 3 years ago, let's think about that. So what were you doing 3 years ago, Mohammed?
3 years ago.
Yeah.
Yes, 3 years ago I was joining my current company.
Okay. So you just started the company that you were in.
Yes, my current company. I was joining my current company 3 years ago.
Okay. Awesome. And Mauricio, how about you? What were you doing 3 years ago? Mauricio? Oh, wait, that's right. He's gone. So Nadia, what were you doing
I'm
3 years?
back. I'm
You're
back
back.
right
Okay.
now.
Okay. I forgot, and then I remembered. So, what were you doing 3 years ago?
Oh, 3 years ago. I think I was working and this time maybe I was in my family and how can I say celebrate Easter? Celebrate Easter maybe.
Okay, you're with your family celebrating Easter. Yeah, that makes sense totally. So Giancarlo, what were you doing 3 years ago?
Three years ago, I was working in a company, and it was a nice experience because the company gave me what I needed in that moment. So I was very lucky because I met the people I wanted to meet in that moment, and it was a new situation in my life. So I was very, very happy in that moment.
Okay, excellent. And Nadia, what were you doing 3 years ago?
3 years ago, in this time, maybe I was sleeping because I lived in Ukraine. Yeah, and now at night. Yeah.
At this time 3 years ago, you were sleeping for sure. That's a good answer. That's a good answer. So, and Alexander might be able to say that too, as well. Maybe. Alexander, what were you doing 3 years ago?
Oh, that's looking back, I remember that I was doing my first year at the university, and it was very interesting time. You know, the first year, and I started doing just the first steps into my field, and I was studying hard. Also, I remember my first exam, how hard I was studying, how I was preparing to that, and also I remember I was working. It was my first job.
So it's a lot of firsts.
Yeah, and you know, that time is really interesting and takes me back. What else? Oh, I forgot to mention what was I doing? I mean, what was the job? I was a guard, yeah, at their medical clinic, and especially in the nights, I was sitting in a chair and just watching the cameras. How is it going? How is it going on? And while I was watching, of course, there wasn't any trouble. There were not any troubles, and usually I was watching some classes. I was watching online lessons about how to create sites, how to make up, the design for them. And during my this job, I learned how to do sites, and then I changed the job, and I was starting. I started going up my career later.
All right, thank you. Thank you. So that sounds like a lot of firsts and a real learning year for you.
The first steps into, that's adult life.
Adulthood. Yeah, exactly. Sabrina, how about you? What were you doing 3 years ago?
I was a little crazy because I was working during the day. I was teaching at night, and I was finishing my master degree.
Oh,
so, yes.
I remember those days.
A little crazy.
Yeah.
But now it's okay.
Yeah, I actually have 2 master's degrees. The first one I did not work full time; I just worked part time. But the second one I worked full time, so I totally remember what you're talking about. So, all right. And for me, I was at the time writing not writing. I was working for a company where we wrote language tests. And so I was, all of us, I remember I had just been assigned to a new project, and I was assigned the language Amharic. Does anybody know what Amharic is? Know that language?
No.
I think it's, I've already forgotten. I remember the language Amharic, but I think it's the native language in, oh man, it's a country south of Egypt. I can't remember the country, but it's an African language. But I cannot remember the country now. But anyway, but I was assigned to that, and it was an amazing job because I got to work from home, and I still continued teaching a little bit online and so forth. It was great, but that came to an end because they did not get any more contracts. So, but that's what I was doing 3 years ago. So here's some idioms with 3. And for those of you guys, I am in the camp that when it comes to idioms, it is very important for you guys to learn idioms, but I would caution you not to memorize them, because if you try to use them based on your memorization, you might it might not come out natural. But it's very important for you to learn them and put them in so that when people say them or when you read them, you will understand what it is. So let's go ahead and read these definitions. So the first one, Alexander, could you read this?
All right. Didn't exchange more than 3 words with someone. To say nothing or hardly anything.
Yeah, so to say nothing or hardly anything. So so you would say, "Oh, I saw Alexander on the street, but we didn't exchange more than 3 words with each other." Or I didn't exchange more than 3 words with him. So, okay, next one. Giancarlo, can you read this one?
Yes. Like a 3-ring circus. Chaotic, exciting, and busy. No order in the home.
Okay, so like a 3-ring circus. So does anybody here have small children?
Yeah.
Yes, Nadia, you have small children. Do you sometimes feel like your home is like a 3-ring circus?
So I don't understand, what is like a 3-ring circus?
Something that is exciting and busy, where there's no order in the home.
Ah, yes, of course. Yeah.
Yeah. So if you go into any home with children under the age of about 7, the home is like a 3-ring circus. So. Okay. Yeah, for most homes, I would say that I would say 90% of homes in the world, when you have small children, it is like that. Okay.
Okay. I'm sorry.
Yes.
Yes. How do you pronounce chaotic?
Okay, you said it right. You said it right the first time. Chaotic. And if something, it comes from if something is chaotic, it just means that there's no order.
No order. Disorder, yeah.
Yeah, disorder. So if you think of another example of a place where that's like a three-ring circus would be a room with middle school boys or junior high boys who were left alone. So, 12, 13, 14-year-old boys left alone, maybe 6 or 7 of them. It will be like a three-ring circus. So
really disorganized.
Disorganized, no order, chaotic. So
chaotic, yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm sorry. I've got a question.
Yes.
These idioms, is it close to like a clutter in your apartment?
A three-ring service? No. This one has more to do with people. Whereas, say for example, you have a lot of people and everyone's talking at the same time and no one's listening, and children are running up and down and around and all kinds of things like that.
All right, I get it.
Yeah. So, yes.
Ring means like a stage.
Let me show.
Stage.
Let me show you what a three-ring circus is, based on Google Images, and that might help you guys out.
Mm-hmm.
So a three-ring circus usually is basically where you have 3 different things going on at the same time. So here's some images of a three-ring circus. So here, I think, where was that? This one right here. Okay, so you have the clown, you have this going on and this going on, all at the same time.
Mm-hmm.
So that's really what it's kind of talking about. So you have so much going on in the home, or in the classroom or something, that there's that you can't concentrate on just one thing. You're just going all over the place. So that's kind of where that came from. Does that make sense?
Yep.
All right. Awesome. Okay, so let's go to the next one. Mauricio, can you read this one?
3 sheets to the wind. Person is drunk, intoxicated,
mm-hmm.
Drank too much alcohol.
Yeah. So if you see a friend and he's 3, and you say, "Oh man, he's 3 sheets to the wind," that's another way of saying he is drunk. He has drank too much. Many times, if they're 3 sheets to the wind, they can't even walk. So okay. Next one, Mohamed, could you read this one?
Three squares a day, breakfast, lunch, dinner.
Yep, 3 squares a day. So some people wonder. For example, I remember when I was younger, when I was in school, and we had this meeting, and a guy from the prison came and spoke to us, trying to encourage us to make right choices. And a teacher raised her hand and said, "What's your problem? You are living in a place where they are giving you 3 squares a day. You have no worries." So she was equating prison, because he doesn't pay for it, 3 squares a day. I've always remembered that. But 3 squares a day is lunch, breakfast, lunch, and dinner. So it's a way of saying you get 3 squares a day, or are you having 3 squares a day? So that's how it is used. So, all right. Next one, Nadia, can you read this one?
3 strikes and you are out. 3 chances and you are finished.
Perfect fix on this one. 3 chances and you are finished. So 3 strikes and you are out. That comes from the game of baseball, but a lot of times, for example, in California, they have a 3 strikes rule, the 3 strikes law. And if you commit 3 crimes, you will spend the rest of your life in prison. So that's what this is about. So 3 strikes and you are out. So many parents will give children 3 chances. 1 more chance, Mom. 1 more chance. Okay, and then 3 strikes, and then maybe the child goes to bed early. Okay, and the last one, Sabrina, could you read this one?
2 is company, but 3 is account. A way of asking a third person to leave because you want to be alone with someone.
Yeah. So say, for example, you're with your husband or your girlfriend or boyfriend or wife or whoever, and you're in like in the living room or something, and you just want to be alone, and someone walks in, and that you might say to that person, 2 is company, but 3 is a crowd. So that's one way of saying, one nice way of saying, please leave us alone. We want to be together. So.
Yeah. Okay. Holly, 2 is company.
Yes. John Carlos.
Okay. 2 is company, but 3 is a crowd. 3 is it goes with an apostrophe, or it's 3 is in plural.
It's a plural. This is would not be an apostrophe.
Is not 3 is a crowd? No.
Well, it probably is, but since this is an idiom, we actually we don't say it probably should be. See, 3 is a crowd. 3 is a crowd. Let me Google this one real quick.
Yeah.
So 2 is company. 2 is company. It probably should. Is it? 2 is company. I had copied and pasted this company.
Yeah. In Mexico, we have a saying the same, like this one. Dos es compañía y tres es multitud. In Mexico, we say that.
Great. This is a great catch. I just Googled it, and wherever I got this from, I think I got it off of an online dictionary. It was not correct. So let me fix that real quick. But 3, so it should be the apostrophe here, but 3 is a crowd. All right. So you guys have the same saying in Mexico. Awesome.
Yeah, in Mexico.
Thanks for catching that.
Yeah, no problem.
Awesome. Mm-hmm. Awesome. Thanks for catching that. All right. Let's go on. And we have somebody new here. Is it Ulia? How do I pronounce your name? Ulia?
Hello.
Hello.
Can you hear me?
Hi. Yeah. Yes, we hear you great. So where are you from, Ulia?
I'm from Indonesia.
Indonesia. Awesome. And what time is it right now in Indonesia?
Right now I'm in Yogyakarta. It's kind of popular in Indonesia about the culture.
So what time is it there?
It's time almost 6 a.m.
6 a.m. Oh, okay. Yeah. So it's very early. Well, welcome. Good morning. Good morning.
Yeah,
Just to let you know, you are in a room of in a virtual classroom with many different nationalities. My name is Holly, and I'm in Idaho, in the United States, where it's 4:50 p.m. on Sunday, and then we have Alexander from Russia, where it's almost 2 in the morning. And then we have Giancarlo from Mexico, where it's is it almost 5 or almost 6, Giancarlo?
It is almost 6.
Yeah, so almost 6 p.m. on Sunday evening. Then we have Mauricio from Brazil, and it's almost 8. Is it almost 9? Almost 8. Okay. Okay, and then Mohamed from Egypt. And it's almost 2 a.m. there, right, Mohamed? And then we have Nadia from the Ukraine, but she's living in New Zealand, and it's almost 10 a.m. there. And then we have Sabrina from Brazil, and it's almost 8 or 9 there. So you're in a group of many people from around the world. So welcome. So let's go ahead and start going over some questions. Can you name 3? Okay, and so let's start with Mohamed. Can you choose one of these questions and ask somebody else? So can you name 3, whatever?
So you want me to choose one question and ask for one of
classmates?
Yes.
So can you name 3 and whatever?
3 questions or only one question?
Only one question.
Only one question. Okay. Okay, Alexander. What things you need to do every day?
Yeah. So can you name 3 things you need to do every day?
As a person of science, I would recommend to everyone, to do some exercising. I mean, to study something every day by reading something, watching something. So it is the first, and the second one is to do some physical work. To keep your body in a good shape. And of course, to work. Go to work.
Excellent.
Go to a job. I'm sorry.
To go to work. So exercise, study, and work. So your mind, body, and make sure that you're making money.
Yeah.
Right. All right. Awesome. So Alexander, can you choose one of these and ask somebody in the class?
Here, I'd like to know about 3 parts of heritage in Brazil. And my question is for Mauricio.
Mauricio.
3 parts of, I'm a little confused. My heritage or Brazil's heritage?
What do you think, Alexander? Do you want to know about Brazil's heritage or Mauricio's heritage?
I'd like to figure out about Brazil in general.
So Brazil is colonized from Portugal. Can I say from Portugal, teacher?
You would say colonized by Portugal.
By Portugal, and in the south there are many Italians and Japanese and Germans. In the north there are more Portuguese people from Portugal and African and some maybe Holland. So Brazil is a multicultural country.
Multicultural, yeah.
Yeah. Oh, I said 2 maybe. 2 things, yeah.
Yeah, 2.
And the other thing is, and let me think, is in the history of Brazil, there is one impeach of president.
Okay. There's been one impeachment, presidential impeachment? Is that the one that's going on now, or?
No, in the past.
In the past, okay.
It's,
right.
I think it's heritage. My comprehension for heritage is correct.
Well, for the first 2, yeah. The third one, that might be heritage is really something that something from your past that makes a difference to your future. So yeah, so the first one, colonized by Portuguese, so you all speak Portuguese. colonized by Portugal, so you all speak Portuguese. Second, you're multicultural. You have many people from around the world. The third one, you have a history of impeachment, and according to what Anna Carolina said in the last class, is that there might be an impeachment in the future. So that may work. And I just saw this note from Giancarlo. You asked me to type it, but I'm not sure what you wanted me to type, Giancarlo.
Oh, no problem. You already mentioned the word I wanted to know. Thank you.
Okay. Oh, good. Okay. I just saw the message. I went, oh no. So.
No problem.
Yeah, because there's two chats, and so I have to go back between them. Okay, and so Mauricio, can you ask somebody a question?
Let me see. Nadia?
Mm-hmm.
Can you name three of your hobbies?
Three my hobbies. Okay, first my hobbies maybe it's RC modeling. It's modeling different plane. Yeah. My second hobby maybe it's reading. Reading different book. Yeah. And my third hobbies it's it's chess. I very love to play in chess.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow. That means she's smart, people. She's very smart if you can play chess.
Smart. Yeah.
So.
Maybe yes.
Yeah. Awesome. All right. And Nadia, can you choose a question and ask somebody?
Okay. So I'd ask to Sabina. Yeah, Sabina. Can you name three things you can't do?
So Sabrina, three things you can't do.
She's not here.
Sabrina, are you there?
Okay.
Oh, yeah, she. Okay, so how about Uria?
Yeah, who doesn't have
Ilya?
Ilya. Okay, for Ilya.
Can you name three things you can't do, Ilya?
Okay. First, I can do English as master. I'm not very fluent. I can speak English more clearly, like the native speaker. And then what is second is I can do math.
You can't do math.
Math. Yeah, math or physics like that. More clearly is I can do the not fully but study like that. And then the third, of course, not right now I can't do jump or maybe doing the extreme sport.
Extreme sports.
Or because because I'm scared.
Yeah. All right. Well, thank you very much for your answer, and thank you for coming, even though it was at the end of class. Well, everyone, I do appreciate your participation, and I hope you all have a wonderful day. And I hope you got a chance to practice speaking and about a basic conversation. Thank you very much, everyone. Have a great
Thank you, Holly.
Thank you, Holly.
Thanks.
Bye. Thank you, everyone. Bye-bye.
Bye.